Hi, I'm Laura Bartow from Studio One Stampers, and I want to welcome you to my 7th in a series of Celebration Ideas. This particular class is going to show you wonderful ways to make these wonderful cards with approaching perfection. This is a stamp set that's free with any $50 purchase, and I've put together what I think would be a perfect $50 purchase in order to make these two cards. What I've paired this with is the Dandy Garden 6x6 Designer Series paper. Just absolutely stunning artwork and making me think about spring. I also think it works really well with the Regal's assorted cardstock. So I hope that you just love making these cards over and over again. Well, this Approaching Perfection stamp set is just so versatile. I've created classes using the stamp set and, of course, these two wonderful ideas for you today. What I've got for you are two cards, and one of them, of course, is even a fun fold. Who doesn't love a quick fun fold? And I wanted you to just get a close-up look of this Dandy Garden Designer Series paper. And the way you've got so many of these beautiful patterns, and the way it's been put together is you also have a bunch of these solids that can go alongside with the beautiful patterns. So it also coordinates with a bunch of different card family or color families. I've chosen the Regals just because I love this blackberry, and I love the old olive, and I love the crushed curry, and the pumpkin pie. All of those really go really well with this particular set of Designer Series paper. So I recommend that you get a sorted package of the Regals, some white cardstock. Of course, you'll want to finish off your card with some of these beautiful gilded gems. I think they just add such a great touch to this card. Well, let me show you how these go together so easily. I'm going to set all this paper out of the way. Oh, I just love paper. It just makes me happy to have all these great colors to play with and enjoy. So what we're using is just one ink pad today, and that's the Old Olive ink pad. And let's start with this simpler card, and we'll pull in the pieces there. The only thing we need to do there is just stamp Happy Birthday. And I've got that in my green ink pad here, and I'll just pop that right in the center of those words. Oh, perfect. And then we're going to glue the Designer Series paper onto this strip here. And using a Tombow glue. I love my multi-purpose glue. It's just my go-to for everything. I'm not certain what I did before we had that product, but it's a fabulous product. So here we go. We're just going to put our little happy birthday there, so we're even centered around there. And then let's go ahead and get the cardstock folded. I just love using a bone folder. That's my go-to. I like to line up the corners and just give a nice crease on there. I think that keeps the card folded really well. And then I want to use some more glue, and then put that down here. And I'm just gonna I'm going to glue up this piece as well, so that I can slide that in place once I have this particular piece centered and ready to go. So I've got it centered up and down, and then just a little off center here. You see a bigger space over here. That's so I can slide this piece of Designer Series paper just under the edge, and I just think that gives it a real design pop there. And then I'll grab some dimensionals and put this particular piece on, and I want my dimensionals right at the edge because I want this attached mostly to the card. This is just sort of a decorative strip to design things, and I'm just going to put that right across here, and then of course grab my gilded gems. Oh, I think I'm a little crooked. Let me move that down just a little bit. I can do that right when I have a chance. And then let me just grab a couple of these and put them There we go, and just put them right here so they look like they're sort of hammerheads or whatever. So isn't that just so sweet? Just a quick card, beautiful paper. Let's move on to the fun fold one. And here we have, let me show it to you again. It's a Z fold, and so it opens like that. And so I'll show you what the scoring is on that. This old olive cardstock is scored at 5.5, and then here at 2 3/4. And so that gives you that fold. And we want to really get a good fold on this as well, just to make sure this really sits nice and evenly. We'll go ahead and put our designer series paper on there. I just love that I have to choose between great patterns. There's so many beautiful patterns in this paper and so many ways you can mix and match them. The design possibilities are absolutely endless. I'm going to go ahead now and get my other greeting stamped. It says, "So what if you're a year older? You're fabulous." And let's just pop that right here on this little white strip. There we go. Oh, just exactly what I wanted. And we'll go ahead while that's drying and get our designer series paper onto our crushed curry background. So that looks so nice. Doesn't that look beautifully framed up like that? Now it's very important when I go to put this piece on, I want to have it centered between here and there, about the same, but the glue has to only go behind this section. I don't want any glue back here. So I'm going to flip that over and remind myself just to make certain that the glue's on this side and not all over. Otherwise my card won't open, and that would be so sad. All right, so there we go. We've got that piece, and then we'll put our white piece inside. That can also be stamped with a greeting. I'm just going to pop it in there for now because I know you know how to put a greeting in. So that's going to just be centered inside this space there. And then the last thing I need to do is just to put a little flag on my greeting. So I'm going to snip into the center and then snip each side off, and that way I know that my little flag is nice and even. I'm going to glue that down and then add just a couple of these really pretty gems to make it look like it's been attached with hammerheads or nails or whatever this beautiful detail is. So we're just going to put that on there and grab this one and put that one right there. And so here we've got two beautiful cards. I hope you enjoy this designer series paper. This stamp set is fabulous, only available till February 28th, so grab it now.